Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Bitcoin bulls have once again defended, and we are back into the trading range. And BTC is trading above 34,000, dollars, and it's obviously going to be a very great week. And I just wanted to give you a quick recap of what I talked about in my previous episode, right? So basically, I'm overall bullish, and I understand a lot of you are now beginning to become very bearish at this particular moment. But you have to understand the markets are made up of cycles, and before we overly get bearish, a few things have to play out. So if you guys have been part of my YouTube channel, right, I usually stick to the narrative, and basically in today's episode I'm just going to be expanding on the previous points and trading pointers that I gave you, and we're also going to look at intensive technical analysis. So you guys better buckle up. You better buckle up, because we are about to kill these trades as usual, because we're very good at that. So I go by the name of Muna, aka Beyond 10x. I'm very gifted when it comes to interpreting and deciphering what is happening on the charts. So I'm going to be here pretty much on a daily basis if I see great moves. So all you have to do right now is smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on post notifications, because it is a privilege getting to see this amazing content. So anyhow, I hope you guys have been doing very well. This is a live stream, so let me just do my due diligence and make sure that everything is on point and we are rolling. Okay, so right now I've got about 10 people watching me. What up, Dixon? What's up? I'm doing very good, and just like I told you, right, I really hope that you guys did take a look at my previous episode, because everything that we talked about did happen exactly. Well, let me not use exactly, accurately. Now this one is mine. Accurately as predicted, and I'm very happy. If you're new, please don't even waste any time. Go and check my previous episode, because I did give you my dollar cost average entries, my sort of areas of value that I'm going to be looking at, and the price did bounce as far as BTC is concerned. Okay, so now enough talking. Let me just get into the meat and the gritty details of this particular episode as far as technical analysis is concerned. So one thing that you guys have to understand is we are still looking at the Wyckoff accumulation schematic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 3-4 days ago we did drop below, or rather we did sort of try to come to this particular liquidity point area, and we did end up even proving that we are actually more bullish, because we didn't even get to test the bottom of this particular week. So to me, that is very bullish. And if you did watch my previous episode, right, I gave you my areas where I was going to dollar cost average, because there is nothing like a perfect entry. A perfect entry never exists. And just like I keep on telling you, right, once you make a trade, right, and you're feeling good about your trade, 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to lose a whole lot of money. So the best trades are probably going to be your most uncomfortable trades. Oh, by the way, I'm feeling good, looking good. I've been exercising, I've been drinking a lot of water, I've been staying away from alcohol, my mind is right. So I really feel good, ladies and gentlemen, and I bet you I do look good at this particular moment, because my trades are doing very well. So yeah, anyway, quick recap on what we talked about, right? We did establish the fact that the perfect entries were below 32,000. So anything between 32,000 all the way down to this particular bottom price, right? These were areas of interest in terms of getting to accumulate our buy entries. And the price usually does this. Like, for example, when it wicks down, right, it always sort of has a retest. It always sort of tries to make sure that this particular level is a solid bottom. So is this going to be a bottom for the next coming months? Nobody really knows, and nobody really cares. Nobody really cares about the long term. All I'm worried about is the next 24 to about 96 hours. That's it. Okay, so this to me is a short-term type of play. So a lot of people usually get it twisted when it comes to giving these price predictions, because a lot of you have got like different expectations as far as your trading strategy. You see, me, I'm a day trader. I make this money, flip it, and then just get to buy back. So mostly what I'm going to be telling you is most likely going to be valid for, I don't know, maybe 24 to 96 hours maximum. But for the most part, I usually give you some scenarios and things that you need to look at in order for you to like use my hypothesis when it comes to trading along, if you know what I mean. So I usually give you like a time frame, and I also give you conditions. Okay, so what we're basically working with is still the Wyckoff schematic. Now something amazing happened a few days ago. All right, so if we flip over to the line, it gives us like a better perspective in terms of this Wyckoff schematic. So we recently had this situation right over here. Okay, so could this be the retest? Could this particular situation be the test of this particular spring phase in terms of the Wyckoff schematic? So we are yet to prove that, and to be honest, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is we are back into this particular, you know, trading range. Oh, by the way, it's raining here. So you might hear some noise in the background. That's probably just the, you know, thunder and lightning. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for this particular triangle type of situation. Okay, so the most important thing is at least we are back into this particular range. That is the most important thing that we are supposed to be looking at in order for us to sort of validate this Wyckoff schematic, because just like I told you, the best trade that you can ever make is getting to long the test. Because if you get to long the spring, right, you don't really know if it's going to keep on dipping, if it's you know, going to continue dropping further below. So the smartest thing to do is wait for confirmation. The best confirmations are either the test or this particular you know, resistance turned into support right over here. But if you sort of get too long at this particular area, right, let's say for example we get too long this particular area here, you know, like once the price breaks out of this range and then it sort of uses this resistance into and turns it into a support, right, we're going to be losing a lot of juice. Like this right over here, all this is a lot of juice. I mean, just take a look at this. That's almost a 20% without even using leverage. Now you guys already know me, I'm a beast. I use both leverage and spot trading. It just depends on the scenario. Sometimes it is more appropriate to go and just trade spot, and sometimes you have to, you know, go crazy with it and just use a little bit of leverage. So basically, you know, I don't really want to miss this 20% potential price you know, sort of you know, juice, if I can put it that way. I just need to take part of it. And let's say for example I am right, and this happens to be a Wyckoff accumulation and we do pump above that particular threshold, then I'm probably going to sell, cash out here, and then wait for the pullback and see where this particular area is going to turn into support, and then again long. So basically you've got about two plays, you know, you've got that particular entry and another entry. So like that, at least you have you know, like a strategy and a plan that you're going to play with, and you're going to be maximizing your juice. Let's say you get that particular juice, right, almost 25%, and again you get to sort of get that juice which is around there. You also get another 20%. That's like overall close to about 50% of your portfolio, your return on investment, and that to me is a pretty amazing trade if you would ask me. So yeah, big shout out to everybody watching me right now. Joni, Dixon, Amit, you guys are pretty awesome. Okay, so sound is perfect. You guys can hear me from both you know, headsets, ear pieces, and all that stuff. So I'm very happy. So anyway, the most important thing that I'm really worried about, right, is this particular area. Okay, so let's flip over to the smaller time frame, because we do not really want to get lost in the sauce, because getting lost in the sauce is pretty you know, terrible. So if we flip over to the 1 hour, the 1 hour gives you like a different perspective. Okay, so let's get rid of these fractals. Okay, so if you flip over to the 1 hour, you are definitely able to see a different perspective. So from a 1 hour perspective, it is clear that this is the spring. Okay, on a 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see this is a spring. Okay, and this is the retest right over here. So I don't really know why you guys were even panicking. Yesterday was the perfect opportunity to buy. I mean, the past since 27th of June. 27th of June was yesterday, right? This was the perfect entry. We talked about this. We've been preparing for this for like 2 weeks already. And when you guys saw the price drop down, you knew that it was go time. But for some reason, you were hesitating. For some reason, you were thinking, oh, just because Beyond 10x wasn't available the past 4 days, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't take this trade. You did snooze and you ended up losing one of the best entries ever. Like, this was the best entry ever. And I made it super clear, but you still ended up freaking out because you were watching, recent news. You were watching YouTubers talk about the bearish and the bullish and the bullish and the bearish scenarios. You forgot about the blueprint. You already have the blueprint. It's pretty easy. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we've got this. So anyway, now that you missed this particular entry, what are you going to do? Okay, to be honest with you, right, I would have loved this particular test, or rather, test area to have a card on the 4 hour. So if we flip over to the 4 hour, right, what's happening on the 4 hour? It's not really as clear. It's not really as clear because it's beginning to give us some mixed type of signals, if you know what I mean. Because on the 4 hour, now this particular area looks like the spring on the 4 hour. So this is sometimes why I don't really love diving deep into these particular smaller time frames, because sometimes it's very easy to like get lost in the sauce, so sometimes it's just good to have like the main blueprint and all that good stuff. All right, okay, so since 4 hour is much more it holds more strength, or it's more significant than the 1 hour, fine, let's use the 4 hour as our sort of basis. So let's assume this particular area is the spring. If that particular area is the spring, right, then we need to figure out where the retest is going to be, where this particular area is going to be. And according to this, right, the lowest ends of the support, right, are most likely going to be the retest area. So if we use that particular hypothesis, right, then this particular area is most likely going to end up being the test phase. So perhaps the price could again drop to this particular area and end up going to 31,725. But that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is highly unlikely. Do you know why I say it is highly unlikely? Because we have already sort of broken a whole lot of different resistance areas. So when we drop from this particular area and we ended up going down, right, that was an indication that, okay, maybe the bears are beginning to sort of create some tangible information right over here. So perhaps maybe we could continue dropping towards the bottom. So this particular pump has overwritten this dump right over here. So let's believe this particular trading data that we have right over here, it's been overwritten. It has been sort of interjected and it is no longer valid. However, we can use it as some anchor point in the future, but to me, I'm not really going to consider this particular data because the bulls have obviously sort of stepped in and they have redone what the bears did over here, so to me, the areas of resistances that I'm going to be looking at are in the near future going to be these particular areas. Like, let's say, for example, this particular area is going to hold a lot of significance, and then in the future this particular area, but overall we are beginning to get bullish. So every time the price is going to be dropping, I'm just going to be accumulating and buying because I already know the blueprint, I already know the business, and this is a highly likely type of bullish scenario. So if there was any time where the price of Bitcoin was going to end up dropping further below 24,000, could have happened during the weekend, but something happened, which is the price didn't even drop to the previous lows, and the bulls were defending. So to me, this is very bullish. And during the weekend, this is when we have like the highest probability of market manipulation. So if it was going to be very bearish, right, the weekend could have been the perfect opportunity to sort of break all the support areas. We could have broken this particular area, we could have also broken that particular area, but in hindsight, right, none of that happened. So that really means that the bulls are beginning to step in. And just looking at this recent price data, right, we didn't even go closer to the previous low. So that to me just tells me that, look, this is absolutely bullish. And one more other thing that I would love to tell you is this particular area is now being used as support. So let me flip over to the line again, because the line kind of helps me get like a better perspective. So as you can see, this particular line holds a whole lot of significance. So let me just drag it up. Like, okay, let me get rid of that. Yeah, do you guys see this particular area, right? Boom, here, this is where we ended up bouncing and doing that, and then later on we kind of broke this particular area. So this particular green line is very significant. So if we do that, right, the past few days, right, we have closed above 31,000, well, above 32,000. So to me, that is ultra bullish. So obviously, now that we have established all this bullishness, right, the price has to correct. So this is one of the reasons why I really believe that the price in the near future could potentially go to, let's say, 33,600, between 33,600 to 33,300. That could be like a very good area to sort of reload and stock up what's going to have buy some BTC. But overall, in the next 24 to 72 hours, there's going to be more bullish action in comparison to the bearish action. So that's why one of the reasons why in my previous episode, right, I told you that you need to stock up on some Bitcoin, and when the price drops to these levels, it is obviously going to be a very great buying opportunity. If you did that, you should be in the money, you should be in profit. So if we take a look at other factors, right, such as the Bitcoin dominance, right, the Bitcoin dominance is absolutely shattering all the altcoins. So let me just briefly look at the BTC dominance. It should be around here. So I hope you guys have got any questions, contributions, and suggestions. In case you want me to like clarify anything, please let me know. Okay, so if we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance right over here, okay, this is some new data. Bitcoin dominance is kind of dropping, so I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to sort of get into some altcoins, because when the BTC dominance starts kind of reducing, right, altcoins are bound to do very well. And this is one of the reasons why you should sort of start scaling into some altcoins. A very good altcoin that I make a lot of money trading is Bake. Now that the price of BTC has proven that the bulls are still in charge, right, and the Bitcoin dominance is dropping, so once the price of Bitcoin continues pushing up, right, these altcoins are sort of going to perform very well. But overall, I really think that the Bitcoin dominance is going to be sort of outshining the outs. So this is one of the reasons why I'm just sticking to trading BTC for the most part, but I'm not really against the idea of trading altcoins as well. So you guys already know the usual suspects, Bake, BNB, ZILLIQA, AVAX, Ethereum, like all these coins that have got like a whole lot of utility, all these coins that have got a whole lot of volatility. These are the perfect cryptocurrencies to sort of trade, especially if you want to flip from BTC to altcoins. So what are you guys talking about? So Mona, how high do you see ZIL this year? So Vasanth, you always ask the same question. You've been asking me the same question for the past 6 months, and at this particular moment, I keep on telling you the price of ZILLIQA is most likely going to go above 24 cents. it depends on BTC. If BTC, let's say for example, goes to the previous all-time high or even higher, right? Let's say for example, the price of BTC is going to be trading around 70,000 US dollars. Then the altcoins are also going to outperform. Sort of, they're also going to reach their all-time highs. So at this particular moment, let's not really get to worry about the end of the year. Let's not really think 6 months from now. Let's just concentrate on surviving the next 24 to 96 hours. Let's take it one step at a time, okay? Because a lot of things can happen in the next 6 months. What if, I don't know, some black swan event happens, there's like some weird stuff going on, and then what happens? So to me, I don't really care about all that long-term projection. So let's figure out how to navigate and sort of survive this particular week. But overall, the price of ZILLIQA and everything is going to be pumping because we are still in a bullish trend. We're just having a corrective pattern at this particular moment. We haven't started a full-fledged sort of correction. We're not in a correction, okay? I mean, we're in a correction, but we're not in a bear market, okay? So it doesn't make any sense for us to start thinking about ultra bearish scenarios because we're just in a corrective phase. This is a basic normal correction. It's just that it's happening on a larger time frame. The 3-day and the 1 week and the monthly are probably going to be correcting. So everything is just the way that it was, except that we are facing a healthy correction. So ZILLIQA and all them good coins, they've got potentials to do tremendously well. ZILLIQA could go close to $1. It depends. So for now, let's just worry about this particular week and making money in the next 24 to 76 hours. That's it. Okay. So as you can see, the price of Bitcoin is not even dropping that much. It's not really dropping that much, but it could end up dropping. If that happens, you guys already know the levels that you are supposed to be accumulating BTC in. So what is the main purpose of today's episode? Today's episode, basically, I'm not even doing much because everything that's happening, we're already projected and we were anticipating. Yeah, so what I'm going to be waiting for is I'm going to be waiting for scenarios to kind of switch. Like if things kind of switch, right? Let's say for example, we get some bearish scenarios, then I'm probably going to like come up with another strategy. But at this particular moment, there isn't anything which is worrying for me because everything is still intact. So if you guys did the right thing, if you were positioning yourselves into these particular market positions, right, you'd be Gucci right now. You'd be very happy. So you can only change your narrative once you start seeing certain things happening and certain things going the other way around. And the only thing which is going to make me change my Wyckoff analysis type of hypothesis is if the price closes and starts trading below 30,000 US dollars. So before the price starts trading below 30,000 US dollars, right, then we're still Gucci. You shouldn't even overthink. Don't overcomplicate simple issues, because the thing is, you guys always have analysis paralysis. You watch 10-20 episodes of fundamental analysis, and then you just get lost in the sauce. It's simple. Only get bearish if the price closes below 30,000 on the daily time frame. Has the price closed below 30,000 US dollars on a daily time frame? No, it hasn't. So why the hell should you be bearish? Why? Literally, why should you be doing that? Keep it simple, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep it simple. Don't really end up breaking your head and overthinking for no reason. It's simple. If the price closes above 30,000 US dollars on a daily time frame, then you can start thinking of bearish scenarios. Then you can start preparing for the price dropping eventually to 19,000, or well, between 24,000 to 19,000. Until that happens, just keep on doing what you have to do and make this money. Come on, guys, there's a lot of money to be made. It's never been easy. It's never been easy. So I don't know what you guys are hesitating for. So anyway, we had this particular situation, which is very lovely. So do you guys have any more questions for me? What time is it? And where you guys watching me from? Where you guys watching me from? I know Dixon is from Kenya. Joni, where you from? Amit, which country are you in? Vasinth should be in India. By the way, how's the C virus treating you guys? Because you know I'm currently in Moscow, and the Delta variant is absolutely killing us right now. I mean, like, new restrictions have been introduced. Even though we are approaching summer, well, technically we're in summer, right? Uh, I was expecting that the C virus would obviously die down because the weather is absolutely blazing. It's like freaking hot. But I don't know, like the inverse of that is happening. So I'm just like really, shocked, and I'm just taken aback a little bit because I was thinking, okay, like if the weather becomes warmer, people are just going to be chilling. Everybody's going to be having like a party and all that good stuff. But new lockdown rules, new restrictions, and things are just becoming so boring right now. And it's bloody summer, and it's just pretty crazy. So let's take a look at the markets. Even though I think it's useless at this particular moment looking at individual coins because everything is going to pump, everything is going to do very well. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is back to 1,996. Okay, this is boring. Now let's look at some Cointelegraph stuff. Let's listen to what everybody is talking about. Bitcoin short-term setup is challenging. JP Morgan strategists warn. Okay, so now let's listen to the JP Morgan strategists. Bitcoin crypto markets are at the beginning of a healing process. Okay, so Bitcoin's weekend dance between 30,000 to 34,000 seems to strengthen the short-term uncertainty narrative as JP Morgan strategists believe the cryptocurrency market is not yet healthy. A Friday note from JP Morgan chess team suggested that the near-term setup for Bitcoin still looks challenging. Based on the on-chain data analysis, JP Morgan strategists say that there is likely still an overhang of underwater positions which need to be cleared through the markets. JP Morgan lists the Bitcoin futures market stability and the possibility of increased production costs due to miners' migration from China as positive factors. Bitcoin's cost of production is historically tied to its price. Several analyses show so a price bump in the cost of mining may have a booster effect on the Bitcoin price. A bounce off 30,000 US dollars, which is seen as a critical support level, came after the JP Morgan note. The Bitcoin price dove to 30,070 before quickly recovering to 33,445 over the weekend, according to the data from Cointelegraph, Market Pros, and TradingView. The weekend saw a positive statement from the biggest cryptocurrency from Ricardo Solanis Plago, Mexico's third richest man, who named Bitcoin the new gold. The price climbed over 35,000 as of Monday morning. So basically these guys are not even saying anything. What did they talk about? They didn't talk about anything. Okay, so what else do we have? Despite regulatory uncertainty, India crypto investment surges 19,900 in 900% in 1 year. Okay, so not a lot of news, not a lot of overwhelming stuff. Everything is just as it is. Now let's look at some other good data. So let's take a look at the Binance. What is this? The Binance futures. I'm trying to look for people longing and shorting. I've forgotten. Where can I check it? Yeah, the funding rate. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for, because sometimes it's important for us like take a look at the funding rate, because these are the metrics that are very important in terms of us of finding out real time type of data that really gives us an edge when it comes to like finding out what the majority of people are doing. Okay, so if we take a look at the funding rate, right? The funding rate of BTC was actually negative. Oh my goodness. So yesterday, the funding rate of BTC was minus 0.05. And and you guys already know. So I don't really know whether you guys understand or rather are able to interpret what the funding rate implies. So if you guys have got like a basic understanding of what the funding rate is, right? Let's say for example we had a negative funding rate right over here, right? So that really means the inverse is most likely going to happen because a lot of people are practically short. So a lot of people have been shorting the market. So the loans would have been paid, right? Because it's the inverse of that. So let's say for example we've got a negative funding rate, right? It means there's more people shorting the market in comparison to the loans. So in this particular situation, market makers are incentivized to sort of do the inverse of what everybody's doing. So when you have a negative funding rate, right, best believe the price is going to do the opposite. It's going to pump. So yesterday we had this has been the lowest funding rate, in terms of negativity, right, that we have experienced in the past 2 weeks, in the past 14 days. Because if you take a look at this particular graph, right, this is obviously derived from a 14-day type of period. So if you take a look at this, this was the lowest that it was, and this really also gets to signify, or rather it sort of adds more value and more weight to what I was talking about in terms of the Wyckoff spring slash taste phase right over here in terms of phase C, because we had a situation where a lot of people were shorting. Like everybody was expecting the price to continue dropping, and people got liquidated, and people are going to get liquidated. So best believe a lot of you, some of you are sort of holding on to you guys are holding on to your shorts, right? Because you still believe that, okay, this is just like a fake out, it's going to continue dropping, and the more you keep on holding your shorts, right, the more the price keeps on appreciating in value, because the market makers are incentivized. So the people who were longing, the market makers that were longing yesterday, right, these are the people who got paid. They got paid about 0.05% every 4 hours, because the funding rate sort of gets updated like every 8 hours. So best believe all these times where the funding rate was negative, right, the loans were being paid and everything was going to be sort of pumping towards the upside. And this also proves and gives us more assurance that the price is going to perform as we were anticipating, in terms of us going to this particular high, breaking it, and finding some sort of support right over here. So best believe this particular high that we created, remember we did have an amazing trade. We did long this particular bottom and we sold right at the peak. And this time around, we're still going to do the same. And when we come to this particular area, right, best believe we are going to break above this particular area, because a lot of people are still shorting the markets, and a lot of people are going to be holding onto their shorts. A lot of people are still going to hold their short position because anyway, RIP to all the people who are going to be shorting for the next 24 to 72 hours. because I know this is how a lot of retail investors think. So right now their shorts are not really doing very well, but they're like, okay, let me just hang in there. Once this particular pump is done, the price is going to continue dropping down. They're going to hold on to their short, but the price is going to surprise them. Why? It's because the market makers did get in when the funding rate was very negative and they were incentivized to jump in. So this particular data is telling us that a lot of people were shorting. So a lot of people are holding on to their shorts. So what's going to happen is the price is going to be pushed up in order for all these trapped shorts to be liquidated. All the breakout traders who are here, they're going to be liquidated once more. We had the same situation. All right, so now what's going to happen is probably everybody and their mama have got stop losses at 41,500. This is the maximum pain point that these short sellers are willing to endure. All right, so these guys are going to push the price, make sure it breaks this particular area so that these people can be forced to sort of close their trades. And once that particular event is over, right, then they get into long positions because they're like, okay, the price is going to break out now. It's going to continue going to 50,000, and then there's going to be another pullback, and here the price is going to range. It's going to stay here for about 72 hours, just doing nothing, just dipping, coming back up. It pumps, it drops back down, and then when everybody is tired, then it's going to rip towards the top, and we're probably going to check out this liquidity right over here. So that is the game plan. So this particular funding rate just gives us much more assurance in terms of the Wyckoff schematic and the test phase happening. So if you are longing the markets at this particular point, you're part of the few traders that are profitable. So congratulations to you, and hopefully I'm going to be vindicated. Well, let's talk about the bearish narrative as well. Let's say I'm wrong, because I never get everything right. I'm human. I make mistakes. Let's say, for example, I am wrong. Then what? It doesn't really matter because we've got low entries. Our entries are at the base. Our entries, we did dollar cost average, and our entry point is mostly here. Okay, so let's say the price closes below 27,000. Okay, that really means we've got a loss of less than 10%, which is absolutely okay. It's normal. If that happens, boom, just close my trade. We close our trades and we keep it moving. We start looking for other plays to make and other things to do. That's it. So to me, I'm not really worried. Whatever the markets are going to give me, that's what I'm going to do. If the markets are going to be very bearish, I'm going to trade with a bearish mindset. If the markets are bullish, I'm going to be trading with a bullish mindset. So at this particular moment, I'm not really getting any bearish vibes. I mean, I'm sorry guys, I'm not really seeing anything bearish. This whole structure is a corrective structure. This whole noise is a corrective structure, and this is most likely the fourth Elliott wave. This is the 1, 2, 3, and all this particular structure is a corrective wave, and usually the fourth Elliott wave is the one which has got like a whole lot of different stuff. But a lot of people might say, okay, let's say this particular drop was the fifth, the completion of the fifth. Then, I don't know, we still have to figure it out. We still have to find out what's going to happen, because maybe this is the completion of the correction. So let's see what's going to happen. And moreover, the stock markets also play a crucial role, a key role in terms of, getting to see what's going to happen. So I don't really know whether we can take a look at the Nasdaq and the futures, the S&P 500 and all that good stuff, because sometimes those play a crucial role. So let's just take a look at that. So trading view, because we need to be on our toes. We need to sort of be able to see all the different things. So S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones. Well, let's take a look at this. But last week Friday, right? These are the S&P futures, right? Yeah, let me just pull this up, because I don't want to be caught in a situation that I don't really know of, or something that I'm not expecting, because if that happens, then that really means that my portfolio could be in danger. So as you can see, right, the S&P 500, these are the futures. They've been pumping, so overall we're kind of bullish. We could have been, the reason why we were dumping the past few days is because we were having some sort of correction on the futures. But if we take a look at this, right, we are still in the all-time high territory as far as the S&P 500 is concerned. The S&P 500 futures is concerned. So I mean, if we had to fall off of a cliff from here, right, That's going to be dramatic, and that could make the price of BTC continue dropping as well. But at this particular moment, right, it looks like we want to break out and continue pumping as far as the S&P 500 is concerned. So let's say we end up pumping, right? If we end up pumping, then BTC is going to do very well. But we are at the all-time high as far as the futures are concerned. So we could, I don't know, we'll see. So I'm looking out for this, and I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. So I'm going to be giving you updates. But so far, we did see the bulls defending as far as the stock markets are concerned, and as far as the S&P, futures are concerned. So that is obviously very good. So, never again. Привет из California. So never again. Как дела, мой чувак? Надеюсь, что все нормально там в Калифорнии, и ты здоров, и пьешь водка. Вот, Tyler Christie. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Okay. Chainlink is up by about 7.8%, right? So just like I keep on telling you, the most important thing that you need to do is you need to understand and do a lot of TA on BTC. If you do a lot of TA on Bitcoin, all these other coins are just going to be very easy to trade. So yesterday was a perfect opportunity for us to finally long BTC, right? And alternatively, a lot of alts were also sort of at the bottom, and that was like the perfect opportunity to get into these altcoins as well. So as far as BTC is bullish, in my opinion, it is bullish, and we're most likely going to end up going to about 40,000 US dollars to about 41,000 US dollars before the end of this week. So if that's going to happen, best believe altcoins like Chainlink, Ethereum, Binance, they're also going to be pumping as well. So if we take a look at the previous all-time high of Chainlink, we reached as high as $52, and we're down by about 65%. So this is a very great area to sort of enter and start dollar cost averaging. So I wouldn't sort of go all in terms of getting to purchase Link. I would most likely dollar cost average, and just trade it as long as volatility is concerned. Like if volatility is available, then do what you got to do. So in terms of long-term price predictions and all that good stuff, I'm not really that type of trader. I'm only worried about the next 24 to 72 hours. That's it. But overall, everything is ultra bullish in the future. Like everybody, if you say, okay, in the next 1 year, I'm super bullish, but I don't really care about that because I'm only worried about the next 24 to about 72 hours. If you ask me, the next 24 to about 72 hours, BTC and altcoins are most likely going to pump. However, BTC is going to outperform altcoins because the BTC dominance is up. And it's probably going to do very well. So do you guys have any suggestions besides Chainlink? Let's take a look at my favorite, BNB. You guys are really sleeping on Binance Coin. I don't know why you guys sleep on Binance Coin, because if there was one coin that I could buy, it would be BNB, because BNB has got all the services, transaction fees, an exchange, upcoming NFT marketplace, smart contracts, the Binance margin. I mean, like, this is an all-star when it comes to cryptocurrencies. If there's an all-star type of cryptocurrency, BNB is the ultimate all-star, and it is run by Chinese people. Chinese people are very influential when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So if I was to invest a lot of money in one particular coin, I'll probably go for BNB. Okay, so as far as BNB is concerned, right, we're down by about 58%, and we reached as high as 686. To me, this is like a very good entry, a very good perfect entry. And if we take a look at this particular area, right, we are close to this area of importance before the pump. We are in pre-pump areas. Of course, we might end up dipping below I don't know, 228. Well, 228 would be the absolute best in terms of getting to purchase BNB, but we're close to $228, you know. So to me, this is a very great bargain. I would start you know, dollar cost averaging and just doing what I need to do in terms of you know, these coins. So what else can we look at in terms of the altcoin market? So let's look at the best performing cryptocurrencies for the past 24 hours. So internet computer. Oh yeah, this one is also a very good one, ICP, but it got released not at the most appropriate time. You know, internet computer is an OG type of project, but it just got released after a lot of years. Like this particular project had its ICO in I don't know, maybe 2017, 2018, and then it stayed 2 years just in the background, and then it recently got listed in this corrective phase. So this is one of the reasons why it really got destroyed. It really got destroyed, but I really believe it has a lot of hype. It has a lot of you know, people backing it. There's a lot of VCs. There's a lot of you know, powerful people supporting powerful people supporting this particular project. So this is one of the reasons why eventually, when it does bottom out, it's really going to do very well. And at this particular moment, I mean, come on guys, come on, just take a look at this. Take a look at this amazing chart, right? It's beginning to bounce. It dropped as low as $29,000, $29, okay, and now it's trading at $41 dollars. So these are the types of coins that I love trading. You know, coins that can move by about 30% in a few hours, you know, and due to the fact that it has been getting destroyed, like once it got listed, it was around 478 when it got listed, and then it dropped to 341, and now it's trading at $29. So to me, this is like a very good trade. It's like really a good trade, you know. Of course, you have to be very careful. If you've got some extra money, just flip this, and it's listed on Binance. It's on Binance as well, so you can trade it using USD Tether. So it's a very great trade. And if we take a look at the, you know, the overall chart, right, it's obviously at the bottom. Like you don't really get accumulation points, you know, better than this. So if it holds above you know, $35, it's a very easy trade. It's a very easy trade because there's a lot of people who are stuck in this particular, you know, trade. A lot of people are bag holding, a lot of people are disgruntled, a lot of people are complaining. So you make a lot of money once you get to capitalize off of the fear and you know, the anguish of people. Like the more people are stuck in a particular trade, in a particular cryptocurrency, the less risky it is, because a lot of you usually buy when everybody has bought and when everybody's happy. You shouldn't do that, because once, you know, the dominoes start falling, everybody else below you, the people who got in earlier than you, these are going to be sort of getting out, and then everything is going to be crashing, and you're going to be held at the top. You're going to be at the top, and you're going to be holding all this weight dropping on top of you. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you get in at the base, so that when new people are coming, right, by the time they're going to be panicking and getting out, you guys are going to be safe. So always try to maximize off of people's anguish, people's frustrations, and then just try to make your trades risk free, because if you do that, you're going to make a whole lot of money. So now that a lot of people have been stuck in this particular trade, to me it really looks juicy. All right, it really looks juicy because the all-time high was about $700, and now it's trading less than $50. To me, that is a very great opportunity, and I'm probably going to be trading this one as well religiously. So anyway, without further ado, that's all I have for you today. It's been your boy Muna, aka Beyond 10x. If you guys don't really know anything about me, you know, I'm a cryptocurrency YouTuber and I do technical analysis. I'm not really fond of doing videos on a daily basis because sometimes it's useless. Like the reason why I was quiet the past 3 days is because the markets didn't give me any new data, and everything that I talked about, the, you know, on this particular episode, it was still valid. So there was no reason for me to like sort of talk to you guys, because I do not want to be all over the place, because sometimes when you overdo making these videos, right, let's say for example I'm producing 2 episodes in a day, right, I'm going to be all over the place, and to me I'd rather stick to a narrative because there's always a higher probability. So this is one of the reasons why I sometimes I might seem to be inactive. That's because I don't have any more new data to like tell you guys, and I just don't want to be all over the place. But I'll do my best to be here like on a daily basis and just basically be able to like help you. So that's all I had for you today. It's been your boy Muna. So I'm about to go work out, and I just want to eat good, be healthy, and just take care of my body, man, because I just want to live a healthy life, man. So I really encourage you guys to also work out a whole lot. At least make sure you work out about 1 to 2 hours per day, because that's really going to like fuel up your body, and you need this body. I mean, you're only going to have one body till you die, because I don't know, unless you guys are like super millionaires, and you can afford to like replace your organs. So it's very important for us to be very health conscious. Just try to avoid artificial sugars, always eat fruits, drink a whole lot of waters, a whole lot of water, and just exercise a lot. Just be good, man. Look good, be good, feel good, and watch me on a daily basis to make this money, so we can make this money together. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and spread the word. Otherwise, that's it. Your boy Muna is out for now. Remember, BTC is bullish. We can still go to 41,000, and the Wyckoff accumulation schematic is in play. So yeah, talk to you a little bit later. Bye. Oh man.